Welcome back to Number Corner today. For Number Corner, you're going to need your Number Corner workbook, which is your blue book. You're going to need crayons or colored pencils. You're only going to need the colors blue and green. So go ahead and pause me until you're ready with those materials. All right, now let's get started. Okay, when we're looking at our calendar, today is September 30th, 2020. If we wrote it out shorthand, we'd write it out 9-30-20. This is our last day of the month. So let's go ahead and go to our calendar collector for today. Now, if we're looking at this pattern, yesterday we left off with these pennies. So what should today be? I hope you came up with a story problem. So let's go ahead and scroll in so we can see this story problem. And it says, the cook made 20 cheese sandwiches. Some students came along and ate most of them. Then there were 2 sandwiches left. How many did the students eat? Okay, so I'm going to use my whiteboard this time. And it says the cook made 20 cheese sandwiches. And some students came along and ate most of them. Well, we don't know how many students ate the sandwiches, so that's our question mark. That's what we don't know. But then we know that says, our problem still says, then there were 2 sandwiches left. Okay, so if I start with a number and I'm missing a number that's in the middle, I can just go ahead and subtract these 2 numbers. So I can take 20 minus 2. So let's count backwards. 20, 19, 18. So I know that 18 sandwiches were eaten. Okay, I could go ahead and put that on my calendar collector chart for today, but I'll do that after our video is done. All right, let's go ahead and go to our odd and even chart for today. All right, so it is September 30th. If you're just knowing the date is the 30th, do you think that's going to be odd or do you think that's going to be even? This is my hint. It should look like this. I hope you came up with that. You know it is even, right? Because it is a perfect rectangle and there's the same number on the top in red as the numbers on the bottom in blue. So let's go ahead and count how many red ones there are. 1, 2, please count with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And if I know there's 15 at the top, how many will there be at the bottom? It's 15 still. Okay, so I know 15 plus 15 equals 30. If I wanted to take this and move this into a subtraction problem, remember you're going to start with your largest number. You're going to start with 30. And you're going to subtract, doesn't matter, they're the same number, right? You're going to take 15, maybe I took the red ones this time, and it's going to equal how many blue ones are left. So it's 30 minus 15 equals 15. All right, let's go ahead and look at our counting by tens and add in another 10 for today, for the days that we've been in school. So let's count by tens, everybody. Count with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That's a century, remember. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. So what is today? Today's the 17th day, so it should be 170. Okay? All right, so now we are on our clock for today. Remember, we add in 1 hour every day or 60 minutes. This is my hour hand, which is the short hand, and my minute hand is my long hand. So go ahead and count with me as we count the clock up every 5 minutes. So 4:05, 4:10, 4:15, 4:20, 4:25, 4:30, 4:35, 4:40, 4:45, 4:50, 4:55, and now we're at 5 o'clock. All right, boys and girls, I had forgotten that we need to update this chart as well. So you're going to need a pencil out, and you're also going to need that light color crayon that you've been using for this sheet. I am on page 2 if you didn't know, so go ahead and pause me and get ready. Okay, so we need to update this chart because we have not done this in a few days, right? So let's go ahead and put this as 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and today was 5 o'clock. All right, so we have 4 we have to catch up on. So at 2 o'clock, Mrs. Dunn is usually, I am still probably making videos, honestly. I'm going to say I am making videos. Now you might still be doing work, you might be done for the day usually at 2 o'clock. So whatever you do at 2 o'clock, typically, that means most days, you will go ahead and write that down, okay? 3 o'clock, I am wrapping up. And what that means for me is that I pack up my things at the end of the day. I get everything ready to go. I make sure all my videos are ready to go for the next day. I'm making sure that everything, every link that I give you is ready for school the next day. All right, and at 4 o'clock, I am picking up Avery. Avery is my daughter, so I am picking her up from daycare at 4 o'clock because the daycare closes at 4:30, so I have to be there before she closes. And then at 5 o'clock, I am making dinner. All right, so whatever you guys do at those times is what you should be filling out. And then with your light crayon, you need to go ahead and color all the way until you get to 5 o'clock. All right. Now for today, we are going to be working on a page in your number corner book. It is page right here. It is page 8. So I need you to go ahead and flip to page 8. All right, I made a copy of it because it was hard to keep it turned and not keep turning things off. So here is my copy of this. Okay, I want you to look at, we've talked about this add zero facts before, and what we're going to do is we're going to color all the add zero facts, that blue that I asked you to get out at the beginning of this video. So anything that adds in zero, so like 0 plus 0, all the way down to 10 plus 0. So I'm going to just quickly color these in blue. Okay. Now you don't want to color too hard, because if you color too hard, you're not going to be able to read the answers, and you want to be able to read the problems as well. Okay. So I'm going to try to do a better job at this as I'm doing the 0 plus whatever number at the top over here. So my blue part is done. I'm going to give you a few more seconds as I grab my green crayon out. Okay, now we're today going to focus on these count on facts. And I'm going to use counting on 1 is what we're focusing on mainly today. Okay, so any number that you're adding 1 with. So again, we're coloring light. So 1 plus 1 all the way to 1 plus 10. We need to shade in green. All right. But then now we need to do the opposite ones, because if you notice 1 plus 2 is here, but 2 plus 1 is also here. So we need to go straight down with our green crayon as well. Again, I'm just trying to color these very quickly so that you can see them. Okay, so you might have to pause me as you're doing this. All right, now I want you to think about, I have 2 plus 1 here equals 3, which is the same as 1 plus 2 equals 3. Remember, this is that commutative property of addition. Same with 3 plus 1. Can you find 1 plus 3 on your chart? It's right here, right? Okay, that is still the commutative property of addition, which is you are switching your numbers around, the 1 and the 3 and the 3 and the 1, but your answer is the same. Same thing for 4 plus 1 and 1 plus 4. All right, boys and girls, that is it for Number Corner for this month. Go ahead and attach your sheet that looks like this and your clock from earlier to your Google Slides for today. All right, boys and girls, have a great day. Bye.